Grand Tuesday. This is Dee with Divine Needle, and this is a collective tarot reading for the new moon in Taurus is this morning. So we're just a couple hours out from that energy coming up. And yeah, we'll talk about that some more in a sec. It is 5:11. Today, based on what they told me yesterday, is a major portal point. Not only is it the 11th of May, but a whole bunch of the planets are at 11 degrees. I pointed that out in the reading that I did yesterday about it. But yeah, so now that we're just a couple hours out from that portal, I know that staying in our heart space, the key to the universe, 369, frequency is super important in all forms of it. So, 369, 963, and 639 and 693 hertz. All forms of that today would be really good because that'd be us talking back to the heavens, letting them know we know, right? We know. Okay. So, yeah, what a lineup on the planets. And it's 11s. That's portal number. Then, yeah, the 11s. They told me a long time ago, don't fear the 11s. So, the Sabian Mysteries picture I pointed out yesterday was the white dove over troubled waters. And to me, and it's funny because in one of the readings I did, there was a Queen of Cups coming in over water and a white dove represents the goddess. So it's very interesting that that is the Sabian Mysteries for today's date, considering we're looking at a portal. So very interesting energy for today, for sure. It's good to see you. Hello, Miss Melody. Make sure you guys check her out. Yep. She does all kinds of different readings and really, really good ones too. So make sure you guys check her out. Plus, she does Hypnocrow, which is hypnotherapy. She does that on Friday nights, so definitely look for that. That is a lot of fun. A lot. Okay. So we're going to look at today's energy now that we're getting right up in there in it. Because now it will offer the strongest energy to the cards. All right. So, new moon in Taurus. And it's a Tuesday. And everything's about twos and ones lately. The fives were really big for a while. And now it's all about the twos and ones again. It's been going back and forth. Anyway, for the collective, anything for us for the collective? Now, when I was doing the reading yesterday, they did not want this deck at all. They were like, nope, don't need it. It's like, okay, dokey. They do today, though. All right. There's what the fives are all about right there. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Mm-hmm. Expect powerful change. Oh, we got 3. Expect powerful change. I like that. This is making me laugh because everybody seems to be pulling this one. Communication is key. Now, something that they've made very important to me, impressing upon me, is the 369 key. And 9 is actually the key to the universe. It all boils down to 9. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. They also, that frequency, when you go into heart space and innocence, you're emitting that frequency as well. So keep that in mind. But I definitely recommend all forms of 369 today. Hertz. Absolutely. And new moon in Scorpio. Walk through your fears. Okay. So today will be a challenge for some. Walking through fears. Communication is key. This is going to bring about, whatever this is going to bring about powerful change for you guys. The gates of heaven are going to be wide open today. I mean, wide open. It's funny because one of the readings I did yesterday had that and that. Stay in your innocence. Miss Tamu was working with that card today about innocence. And the way through that gate, that 11 gate that's going on today, see that lock on the fence? The key is love and innocence. Anyway, thought I'd show you those. Those are from yesterday. There was another reading I did about something else that's coming up that's big, really big. I got some really big stuff coming up, including that eclipse on June 10th, which they showed me in a reading that it was really, really important. Okay. So, let's see what Osho Zen has to show us for Tuesday, New Moon Taurus Day. What have you got for us today? Conditioning. Okay. To me, it's not about the words on these cards. To me, it's about the picture. And a lion standing among the sheep, pretending to be a sheep. It's interesting because in the reading yesterday in this other deck, part of that reading was waking the lion. So we can look at this 2 ways. Either the lion can be among the sheep and everything's A-okay, or we've got one among the sheep. The rest of the reading will let us know. I have a funny feeling, since communication is key and work through fears, it's a lion amongst the sheep. Right? I have a funny feeling. Well, let's get into the reading and see what they have for us. All right. For May 11th, the 11 New Moon Taurus Portal. General energy overall, please. Tell you what, they were spitting the cards out like it was nothing yesterday. They came out so quick, it wasn't even funny. Overall energy. One of my favorite cards. Sword of Destiny, Truth and Clarity. And that energy coming out of the heavens. And the Hollow Void right below that. 4 chalices. And that's the moon in Cancer. Okay. I guess we can go below. I guess there's room. Okay. What's our highest priority? Highest priority for today, for the collective. Highest priority. Those. Okay. Nice. Joined One and the Empress. Both Venus. A focus on Venus, the dove. And we have a 3. Major Arcana, highest priority. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? The Discerning One. Discerning who that is, right? I have a feeling. Okay. Let's look at this underlying. The blind seer, eye in the sky. Okay. They're trying to tell me about satellites here, spying on everybody. That's what the lion is among the sheep. Just saying. So it's not really a person per se. And my kitty cats are like little banshees this morning. They are on one. The 3 kittens that lost their mittens, the little males that we've got. Yeah, Zeus, Apollo, and Will. Yeah, they're being ornery today. Okay. But that's beside the point. But they are talking about a satellite here in particular. But the underlying energy, the blind seer. And see, we have 2 2s here. Remember these readings touch the microcosm and the macrocosm and everything in between. So they have multiple meanings to me when I look at these. In this case, it's at a crossroads and picking a path. If you look at the cards in face value. And since it's the underlying energy and we finish off with it, that's what it is as far as the microcosm. A lot of 2s going down here. We got 3 of them on the board and an ace. Yep. And Stronghold of the Veil. Page of Earth. That is the Earth Messenger card. Herald of the Darkening. Okie dokie. Dark Horse and New World Order. Look at the Wheel of Life just below that, with the Rogue in between. Okay, guys. Interesting energy. Very interesting energy. At a crossroads. The Blind Seer. Torn, head over heart decision. Two of Swords. Yep, yep. The Blind Seer. And this is a card of Libra, the moon in Libra. A lot of moon and Venus energy here. Lots of it. And then we end with Mars, Aries energy. Okay. The Blind Seer helps us navigate the stalemate between the ego and self. It's funny because Miss Tommy was just talking about the ego this morning. The twin swords or twin paths form the cross that you bear. You have yet to attain the realization you need to make an intelligent, reasoned decision. So take the time to look inward. Arrive at an inner peace and restore a sense of calm before you proceed. So some crossroads decision point will be had sometime in the next 5 days energy, and this could have already happened to you. So if you center point it, it's 2 days prior to this reading and 2 days after, but it can go out as much as 5. But most of the time, most of this stuff that comes up here, unless they tell me otherwise, happens within 3 days after the reading for most people. All right. So a big decision point. Crossroads. Thresholds, right? Sacred Cinnabar. The aha moment. And the aha moment about the void. 4 chalices. Where the divine's handing you a cup. There's an aha moment. Huh. Will it be a cup through that portal? Could be. Okay. Ace of Swords. Sacred Cinnabar. Realization comes to you in an instant, and your knowledge will deepen. Air is alchemizing in your world, materializing as intellectual property, achievement of glory, or social advancement. If you take up the sword to fight, to work, to invest the effort and toil, then victory will be yours. You conquer others when you conquer yourself. High achievement. Sword of Destiny. And the Hollow Void, 4 chalices. The Hollow Void builds our psychic inner platform. For spiritual strength. This is the spirit presence with you as you look inward, reflect, meditate, and reach independent insight on why there is a hollow void. This is a spirit that helps you conduct re-evaluation. How do you find meaning in that which feels meaningless? The hollow void is the spirit here to help you navigate personal sensations of worldly discontent. Boy, do many of us have that right now, huh? Here, a sorceress goddess of magic and healing, signified by the scorpion perched in the tree, has compelled a divine hand to offer you waters blended from the mystic sea and the sea of awareness. Spiritual revelation and attainment of worldly knowledge that will fill that hollow void. So like I said, coming in through that portal, that energy is a cup. something that will fill a hollow void. So it will fill the worldly discontent and help ease it, right? Brings powerful changes. All right. Sorry. My voice in the mornings with these allergies is just insane. The joined one. Two of chalices. Two becoming one. That's your highest priority today. The realm of the twos. Very, very standing out right now. The ones and the twos. For sure. Okay, we have two of chalices. The in external alchemy. The joined one guides us to choose our allies. It designates an outer accord, but also an inner accord. In internal alchemy, this spirit guides us to unite our anima and animus. This is the spirit, wow, of two becoming one, and an omen of, just a minute, I got it. Just a second. Didn't want to cough in your ear. Okay. It was one of those deals where you just gotta really cough. It's like post nasal drip, basically, brought on by allergies. And so it's not coming out your nose, but down the back of your throat. So it drives you insane. Okay. I digress. Back to the joined one. Ah, this is the spirit of two becoming one and an omen of perfected love, love in all its divine forms. Abyssius abyssium invocat. Sea calls to sea, or the depths of me calls out to the depths of you. Do not neglect the relationships you cherish. And the Empress card, key 3, major arcana. And remember, these are your highest priority today. Key 3. The Empress appears to those who are on the verge of producing a work worthy admiration. The magic of the Empress transforms your hopes into reality. So, today, with this portal opened up, make sure you keep your, not only in your heart space, big time today. It's really important. That innocence and little kid energy, that's where you need to be. Where everything is amazing to you and that energy of heart space is very key today. For sure. Because what you're trying to manifest is the world that you really want to see. So that's where your intent should be. Think about how beautiful the world could actually be. And then actually envision that. Envision what that looks like. Think about what the education system would be like. Think about how children would be raised, how it would be different. Think how those children being raised would be such different adults than what we're producing right now. So think about all those things. What would a more perfected world look like to you? Minus all the trash in the oceans and all the other lovely things that have happened to the planet and the animals. Think about what that would be. And then make that your intent. Because powerful change can happen, but you have to believe. And envision it. Really envision it. Okay. A divinity of universal love is present in your life path, and the Empress appearing to you is the affirmation you need for acknowledging that presence. Gloria Mundi is a muse for poets, writers, artists, and musicians. The Empress also embodies the spirit of rhetoric. She wields the art of persuasion. Communication is key and working through fears. This is about communicating with others and working through fears. There's some sort of path that has to be picked. But your highest priority is those you care about the most and the spirit of rhetoric, embodying Empress energy. And then what to be mindful of, prepare for, the discerning one, the two paths. At crossroads, you will pick a path. There will be a path chosen that comes from all of this. Determine your boundaries and define the scope of your dominion. This is a moment for you to map out your ambition. Exercise discernment before you proceed any further on this path you've chosen. Look out to the horizon and discern whether this is the sea you want to embark from. Decide, do you want a kingdom or do you want an empire? So think about that. Do you just want your little tiny bubble to be perfect, or do you want the entire planet to be perfect? I want the whole damn thing. I don't know about you guys. Yep. The whole kit and caboodle to be perfect and restored, right? So do we want a kingdom or do we want the empire? So make sure that you think about those things today with this portal being wide open. Wide open. And I mean, it's major. With that many planets on the grand clock, the holodeck, the matrix clock, yeah, that is a really big deal. And you can hear kitties going nuts in the background. Anyway, let's see what Osho Zen's got to go out for us here. We definitely don't need this going on, do we? Right? Intensity. We got that card recently. Intensity. This feels like that portal energy will probably feel very intense to some of you today. And what it brings to the table for you today. So, remember what your highest priority is above all is your allies and your ability for rhetoric, basically. Empress energy, creative, abundant energy, creation energy, literally. So remember that. It's going to be an intense day. The energy coming in is going to be pouring in. And yeah, be ready for that. Don't brace yourself like, oh no, I'm in fear. No, don't be in fear. Communicate. Communicate with the heavens. Tell them what we want. The kingdom or the empire. And what do you want to see that look like? Anyway, have a grand new moon in Taurus. And yeah, take full advantage of this one because the energy going on right now, that's, yeah, you're going to hardly have a chance to match it. But there are going to be several events this year. But generally, you won't have a lineup like we got right now. Anyway, talk to you later. Have a good one. Later, guys.